What is going on, Eagles Nation? Welcome to today's episode of Bird Buzz. Stephen Hellmann here with Tom Aresco. We apologize for getting this video to you a little late, but here it is nonetheless. So thank you for tuning in. And you kind of had a little field day on Twitter today, Elliott Short Parks. There was a little
there was a little Sixers stuff going on. You know, Dario Saric is coming over and. Everyone's excited about that. I'm not really too excited about it. Not because, I don't know, not because I hate the team or I'm being a hater or anything. I just don't see him as, that good, really, ultimately, when it comes down to it. I don't know. He can be all right, nice piece, but, I mean, it's exciting to see that 2014 draft class coming together, as someone put it. I like that. So that's Sixers news for the day. Eagles will get to that, and then there was a little Elliott Shore Parks, the reporter on Twitter. He's a great guy. Went to Temple, only a year older than me, honestly. And whether you agree with some of his opinions or not, he's doing his job. He's taking looks at different things in different angles, different lights, and that's his job as a journalist. Also, another job of yours or a task of yours when you're in the public eyes, you have to be able to understand that people will recognize you out in public, and they'll come up to you, and if they don't like what you say, they'll tell you that. And that's something that everybody was freaking out, saying that this guy, violated Elliott Short Parks. Well, I didn't even say what happened. So anyway, this blogger, somewhat ambushed him in a public setting, but just kind of was hating on him, and Elliott Short Parks handled it like a champion. Yeah. He did, and that's why I was able to joke about it, because I'm like, he understands what comes with being, a public figure that someone's going to recognize. So yeah, no matter what the guy wants to say, hate on him, whatever, ultimately that guy's a fan, pretty much. And that's what Elliott treated him, like a fan. He talked to him. The guy wrote in his blog, he actually ended up talking to me for 10 minutes while trying to hate on him. Like, dude, you're Elliott's biggest fan, so good job, ESP. You talk to a fan. You've had a week off Twitter. Shout out to him just for handling it like a man, and just being like, look, man, I'll talk to you about whatever you want to talk about, know, and that's perfect. That's exactly how you got to handle it. So
you handled it well. It was
I might have been a little pissed off, so I have to give him credit on how he handled that. So good stuff with that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But that's it's kind of weird, it's. Don't follow a guy around and do that stuff, by the way. It's not cool.
It's weird, yeah.
It's not cool, but ultimately, if you want to, because he's one of your favorite journalists, then go right ahead. You wish you could be like him, so that's fine.
Imitation's best form of flattery.
Yeah.
Just following around, see what he does.
Exactly, so
but
that's it.
Let's get to the Bird Buzz question, guys. We got a decent amount of them, so we're going to fly through these fairly quickly here. First question at Charlie53 asks, what can we expect from the offense this year?
The offense. The one that everyone's doubting?
The one that everyone's doubting. The one that
everyone
thinks is going to be
Expect
terrible.
sports to take its normal course, which is anything but normal. I think the Eagles' offense will look very formidable.
Yeah.
Not sure if I actually used that word right. Formidable. I know.
Formidable.
Nah. Either way, just move past it. They're going to be a solid, steady offense. A balanced attack. They're not going to do too many crazy things. They're going to just let their best players handle things, let the quarterback audible. I think they're going to be a lot more steady and effective than a lot of people think.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be great, but I don't see where they're going to be as bad as everyone's making them out to be. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Next question, at Frankie Lehan asks, how do you think Jordan Hicks will bounce back from injury?
Jordan Hicks is definitely one of my favorite players, so I'm going to be a little biased when I say I think he'll be all right, but he has had injury problems in the past, and thinking about it just makes me nervous. And there's a very, very good chance of him getting hurt, and that's hard to even say, but he's had it in the past, and it obviously makes it more. I don't know if it exactly by a scientific matter makes it more likely, but it just seems like he's been injured his whole career. Maybe he takes that turn and stays fairly healthy, but we'll see. I'm praying for the best, but as a paranoid fan, Eagles fan, sometimes you just can't help but think that things are going to go wrong.
Yeah. All right. Next question. At Sports Edits 2K16 asks, what are your NFC? He asked a few questions here. We'll go over the first question. What are your NFC East ranking predictions? So how are they going to finish?
Eagles first, Cowboys second, Redskins third, Giants fourth.
Okay. And could Malcolm Jenkins be a top 3 safety in the league? I'm going to answer that one. That's a definite yes. Might be the best.
Malcolm Jenkins, the top 3 safety in the league. Yeah.
No problem. Yeah, I knew you were gonna say yes, so I just figured I'd take that one.
Yeah.
Will it be hard to adjust to our new defense? You think? I'm assuming he's talking about Malcolm Jenkins.
And maybe the whole thing, just being able to adjust. I think it's going to be fairly difficult, at first gelling with everyone, but I think putting this in now and watching it grow, I think this is the best defense for the personnel that they have, for the player personnel that they have, the coaching staff, everybody. I think it's I think everything's a great fit.
All right, next question here. This jabroni at Aresco. Oh no, it's you asking your own question for your own show.
Someone hacked my account.
Go to jabroni. Will the West location hinder the fanship of you guys? Will the passion subside? Are you even going to a game this season?
We're going to more than
we're
one
going
game
to
this
games.
year.
Oh,
the passion won't subside. It's all Eagles. It's all McNabb past, Matthews now, Jenkins. About that Doug life. It's all passion. We love all you guys for watching. Can't wait till
if this isn't fandom, I don't know what is. So yesterday, I don't know what I was doing. I forget, but I came back home. He's watching. I believe it was week 12, 2006 against the Eagles against the Rams.
It was
just the 0-2. It was just the most 2002. Just the most random game. Just watching the full game.
Yeah.
No reason. That's
only in
not
7th grade.
If that's not fandom. Just watching a regular season game of 2002 against the Rams.
I was doing it today too. I was watching a game from a couple years ago.
Of course you are. But yeah, no, the fanship will not subside. I'm definitely going to be most likely at week 1 and week 17. So I'm going to make it happen.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be at week 17. Definitely going to be at an early game as well. Not sure if I'm going to do the week 1 game with this guy, but I might. So we'll see. We're in Los Angeles now. If you haven't been watching our show, like we said before, we're in Los Angeles now. So haven't lived away from the Philadelphia area my whole life, and I have a little bit, but for the last 20-some years, been in the Philadelphia area. So we're really looking forward to getting back there and catching some Birds games that we used to go to every one of them every year. So.
Yeah, that was our thing. So next question now, boy Justin Bradley, JRad13 asks, who do you think will have the most impact on the team this year? That's a good question.
Most impact on the team. That is a tough question. Man.
We'll talk about players, because you said you could cop out and say the coach, but that's,
I'm going to say Malcolm Jenkins on the defensive side of the ball, just being the monster that he can be back there. And on the offensive side of the ball, I'm going to say Zach Ertz. Like I've been sticking with the whole offseason. I think he's going to be the guy that controls the middle of the field for you. I think he's going to be the guy that can get you mismatches a lot more than anyone else, and I really think he's going to have a big year.
I think I'm going to go Sammy Sleeves on offense, my boy, and then Jordan Hicks. Because once he came out at linebacker last year, it got ugly. So if he can stay healthy, I expect good things from the linebacking core. Next question, our writer, at It's Miles, he asks, rank the 4 NFC East teams.
That's not a writer.
That's not, but his name's
You
Miles.
thought it was.
Well, you know.
Speaking of that, me and Connor Miles did put out a nice
it was
article.
a nasty article.
Check that out.
Yeah, definitely check that
Views
out.
from the link, at Views from Link on Twitter.
Yeah, a very unique perspective featuring Rodney McLeod and Malcolm Jenkins.
Yeah.
So it's cool, guys. Definitely give it a read. But
back to these
another Miles ranked the 4 NFC East teams from first to worst, and we did that already. When Eagles, Cowboys, Redskins, Giants, and I completely agree with you saying on that one. So next question at Billy Eberline 28 asks, who would you rather start week 1, Bradford or Wentz? On Bradford.
Yeah, I'd say Sammy Sleeves, just because I want him to be the crash test dummy pretty much. He really loves him. I love him too. I love Carson Wentz a lot.
Listen, they're dealing Bradford at the end of the year regardless.
You need to have him have a good year.
You're grooming my problem is the team will draft franchise quarterbacks, then they'll just throw them in there. The Eagles were in a unique position where they traded up to the 2nd pick, and the Eagles aren't
that
bad team. They're an okay team at worst. So
and in their division, they can compete right now.
Yeah.
So to keep that winning culture going.
Yeah, keep the winning culture going. You're going to bring Wentz in next year to an even better team, probably an improved offensive line, improved receiving core.
Yes.
So I mean, I love what they're doing right now. This plan in place to set up Carson Wentz, who's going to be your future. You don't want Carson Wentz to come in here for 1 year, flash the pan, light it up. You want him to be good long term. So it's
absolutely, yeah. And And Sam Bradford is how you recoup some of those picks that you traded for Carson Wentz. He's your movable piece now. He's playing for a career, and he's gonna do everything he can to be great in this offense and to be productive. 2 years removed from an ACL injury. If he can, we are going to be the optimal best team we can be this year with him at quarterback.
Absolutely,
because of those things.
And if he can get a winning season this year, maybe win a playoff game, that is going to up his value so much. Huge. So it is in his best interest.
9-7 is all they need to do.
Yeah, if he can do 9-7 and get in the playoffs, that would be huge for Bradford.
A couple big wins.
Huge for the team.
It's all about those couple field goals, couple big drops, couple big throws you miss. It's all about the couple things that make you either a 7-9 team or a 9-7.
And we did not make any of those plays last year. We needed to. So next question, Leo asks, will Wentz see the field this year? I'm sure we'll see him in the preseason, like fourth quarter type. But as far as the season and beyond, do you think he'll see the field? I'm gonna say, unless there's an injury.
Unless guys drop like flies, like unless Chase Daniel becomes like a permanent number one, then I think Bradford and Daniel will be. If Bradford misses a game, you'll see Daniel, unless Wentz is just like looking absolutely ridiculous. By like week 11 and Bradford goes down, they're just like, we're going with Wentz because we think we can actually win with him. It's hard to say right now, honestly. It's hard to even say. But preseason's going to be a heck of a time, and you always point that out. We're going to be rolling out a ton of good rookies.
I can't wait. I mean, last year we had Tebow Mania, which like was exciting, but really didn't mean anything. If you know what I mean, guys. But this year, like Carson Wentz is actually the future. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't going nuts watching Tim Tebow.
Oh yeah, Tin Man Tebow over here just
balling
out. He was loving it.
Week 4,
he was loving it. We're gonna do a video, by the way, on some rookies. We're gonna do a video on our NFC East predictions as well. Stay in tune with those. We're just trying to roll through these questions.
We'll
get sidetracked. We're excited.
We're excited.
Last month without football.
I know it's nuts. At that Ninja Zay asks, do you think Nelson Aguilar will have a breakout year this year, or will he struggle again?
Charges dropped. Reports out.
Okay, that's great.
Everything's huge. Passes have to be caught though. For him to have
drop the charges. Catch the ball.
Passes. Exactly. Catch the ball. Right. Exactly. So if he can come out, focus, catch the ball, have that slower pace help him out, get focused, do the technical things. He's a good route runner. He can get the ball in his hands early in the route. Let him run with the ball. Then yes, I think Nelson Aguilar could have a nice solid season and show that he can be a weapon in an offense and line up and get mismatches. But I just don't think Chip Kelly's offense benefited him. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he just can't play. I just don't think Chip Kelly's offense gave him a chance to even prove himself. So we'll have to see about it. And he was injured, so he has to stay healthy as well.
Yeah, that's true. Next question, Miles Bennett asks, do you guys actually think we're going to be good this year?
Yeah, we do. Pretty good. I mean, I think not going to be
7,
world
10,
beaters
6.
or anything, but I think the couple home games that we have against good teams and when they come are, right now, they look advantageous to how these teams, like the trends of that, just looking at the schedule, I feel like we are in position that if we can make those couple big plays in big close games, that's how we go from 7-9 to 9-7. And honestly, I think we have the poise now to do so.
The key's getting out to a good start. Ideally, the Eagles could be 3-1 by week 5 because you got.
Let's save that for the video.
But like you have an easy schedule in the beginning. What I'm trying to get at.
You go down a stretch, but you'll see. We'll do it.
At Showtime 804, that's the last question here. Why is everyone worried about the receiving corps? And Andy Reid had us winning with Todd Pinkston and James Thrash, running backs and receivers by committee, and a strong defense who are successful for us.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. No, it's exactly right. And I think I would argue that Jordan Matthews is more physically talented than James Thrash or Todd Pinkston. And Josh Huff probably has a little bit more upside.
I would take Josh Huff over James Thrash any day. Any day.
At least he can get a little bit open and make guys miss.
Those receivers couldn't get any separation. And it's funny because we were talking about how you're watching that game. These receivers, we've never seen anyone. And I even remember when I was, we're getting sidetracked a lot, but I love this video because I've never seen receivers like this 2002 teams like not get separation. I remember when I was like 13 in 8th grade, just like watching, I'm like, these guys aren't getting any separation. But now like watching 13 years later, 26, where I feel like I know probably a little more about football. I'm like, these guys they really couldn't get open at all.
Not
It
at
wasn't
all.
even an exaggeration.
Not at all.
So-
And last year the Eagles did kind of look like that. They looked slow.
Mhm.
Guys like Miles Austin and Riley Cooper, but you upgrade. You have Ruben Randall who makes some big plays for
Yeah.
you. He's not great. He's too inconsistent to be an elite receiver, but his physical talent is up there with the Jordan Matthews, and they're both very physically talented and gifted. They just need to be put in situations to succeed, and they need to make the plays. It's on them as well. Chris Gibbons is a nice deep threat.
Yeah.
He can get behind the defense. These guys aren't like great receivers, but kind of like he was talking about. I mean, those guys were like bad. I think these guys are solid. I think they're solid, and I think that with this team you can get so far, and then you just are that one that Odell Beckham away from your offense being elite because you got the quarterback, and it's like the Eagles when they went and added Owens, that put them in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? So it's just about things coming together at the right time, and you have the pieces around a great receiver, but you might not have that great receiver yet. So it's about like being patient and developing these guys, and then getting that guy right when you need him. You know, when you get when some big time free agent, or maybe even I don't know, maybe some big time
go
free
to a
agent,
contender, and
exactly.
you have all
and,
these in
and you have
place.
Carson Wentz in his 5th year in the offense, and they go to the playoffs every year, but they haven't really been able to get over the, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. So there's a ton of scenarios, a ton of different situations. So just don't give up on a young receiving core. Don't underestimate guys. They could be late bloomers. Everyone lives in such a now now thing.
Sports is.
And it needs to have a little time. Like the champion teams.
We want to be somewhere in between the Sixers and now. We want to be somewhere in between there. You don't want the long tank, but we're not winning right now either.
Yeah.
But also before we wrap up, one thing I would like to note on your question is that those Eagles teams though, which Eagles don't have right now, is improving is the offensive line. And that offensive line for those teams with Todd Pinks and Thrash was so good. So I think that's a big thing to note. Yeah.
You just block for our quarterback, and the guys will get open eventually.
Yeah, eventually. Yeah. That's
And
what Nick Foles. Nick Foles had all day to throw.
Exactly. Kirk Cousins last year. Guys will get open if you get clean pockets to throw from.
Yeah, except for Todd Pinkston and James Thrash. Thank you for joining us, guys. We will see you next time for the weekly chirp. Like we said, more videos will be coming out, ranking the teams and whatnot. But thank you for joining us. Have a great weekend, and we will see you for the weekly chirp.